Right, 1 2 1 2. So what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kel from Handlebars and Cigars, and you can find me on both Instagram and on YouTube at Handlebars and Cigars. And to my right, we have
Will Hart from the world famous Cigarage.
why you want to talk all low and shit?
Yeah,
It's
because the
Hart
microphone's close.
from the world. You used to say world's famous like you taking a dump. The world famous Cigarage.
Well, you just did it for me.
So once again, my friend, it's Wednesday Hump Day. Thank you for coming on and joining in. We got people chiming all across these United States. We got a full house here in the world's famous Cigarage.
It's a fuller house.
It's a fuller house. So we're going to do what we always do, just to kind of give you a format what's getting ready to go down. We got a feature stick compliment of HOAA Ron, who provided us with the Rocky Patel Decade. So we're going to be reviewing that real fast. And then we got a special guest in the house here, Alvin C. Jacobs. And we're going to talk to him a little bit about what he's doing in his space and kind of share with you some knowledge on some of the things that's going on in his world. But first and foremost, we're going to go around the room and do a roll call to have everybody check in, tap in, and do what they do. So we're going to start with Ted. What you got, baby?
Oh, man, I got the Rocky Patel Decade, right? And what's this pig? What is this?
The pork leg.
Pork leg.
Pork leg.
Pork leg. My fault. Pork leg porker.
Oh, man.
The pork leg porker.
That sounds like something for the after show.
Yeah.
The peg leg.
So, Alvin, what you got, baby? What you smoking? What you drinking, my friend?
I believe I have the Rocky Patel
All right.
Decade, the same. My first introduction.
Really?
Yeah, never had this stick before. Lovely box cut. It's a little funky on the front end.
Okay. All
A
right.
little dirty.
Yeah.
A little dirty.
Okay.
Dirty.
Okay.
I like his.
But
reviews
this third is evening out quite nice. I'm sipping on what I believe is Michter's Rye with a splash of Coke
Oh, nice.
because I have to be coherent when I start lying.
Now, that's Mexican Coke, by the way,
The Mexico.
with the real cane sugar. All right, Todd, what you got, baby?
I am also smoking on the Rocky Patel, the Decade, and I'm sipping on some Woodford.
Some Woodford?
Woodford.
Oh, okay. Now is that the double oak, double oak?
Regular Woodford.
All right, Bobby, what you got, baby?
I got the Decade as well. I just lit it up. So far, so good. And I'm drinking the Glenlivet Caribbean Cask.
Oh, the Caribbean Cast. That's a good one. All right, Basement Jack, what you got, baby?
So first, I want to say to Kel, thank you for the portfolio of food that you brought in for us, the chips and
I
the
appreciate
jerk
that.
chicken, which has got a good kick.
Yep.
And
Even though you
fried
text
chicken.
me at 7:00, can we
So
eat this now? But I
I'm a
said,
little-
no, we got to hold off for our special guest.
I'm a little drowsy from the food, but I'm smoking the cigar of the day, the Decade.
Okay.
Thank you, Aaron, for it. And drinking Deer Park. That's good. What? Oh, no, it's the Costco brand. Never mind.
So we're going to go with Aaron or we're going to go with White Hand? White Hand.
White hand.
Right hand.
Let's go outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch me outside. So I'm smoking the featured stick, Rock Patel Decade, and some strong Kirkland water.
Okay. All right, sir. I forgot your name. What's your name again?
I'm Jay,
Jay?
Philly Jay, out of town
Whoa, we
visiting.
got Philly J in the house
How
down
you
here
doing?
in
How
the
you
Queen
doing?
City. What you smoking, brother?
We're smoking on the Decade.
Okay.
And a
All right. Are you
fine
sipping on
glass of-
anything?
Some tequila Korean poured me.
Okay.
I don't
all
know,
right.
but
You better
it's
watch
getting
Kareem
drank.
out here. Have you walking boat-legged back home and stuff, you know.
For real.
All right, Kareem, on the ladies' dreams. What you got, baby?
I got the AA Ron feature stick and sipping on some scotch.
Some what?
Some
Oh,
scotch.
some scotch. All right.
Yep.
Any old scotch, huh?
It's some
Any
scotch
old
Bobby
scotch.
brought in
Any
here.
old scotch.
So
Shout out.
we'll leave it at
None
that.
of what's on the table is bad. So can't go
All right,
wrong.
Aaron.
All right. I've got the featured stick, and it's a great day in the Cigarage when they let AA Ron pick out a cigar, and you got 15 dudes smoking the same thing. Now, I'm ready for, like, whatever you guys give me.
Yeah, wait till you get to me.
Okay, yeah, wait. He opened himself
Hey,
up.
listen. Hey. I've come a long way in this place, and I'm just happy that everybody is willing to like smoke something that I actually
bring to the table.
That's it. Appreciate it.
We appreciate. We definitely appreciate the gesture.
We appreciate.
I'm happy too.
But you know what? Just one side caveat note. I wish you had. I wish you fancy a League of 9 when you bought this box. and bought in a whole box of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Kel.
When Bitcoin goes back up.
Oh shit! Here we go.
All right, Pete. What you got, baby?
Featured stick, HOA Aaron, decade. Starting out pretty good. Not too bad. I don't get the cabbage, but it's all right. I'm drinking. It's not the Mexi Coke, but it's a World Cup edition, so it's like maybe
it might be
half,
part.
It's maybe half.
Yeah, it might be part
Latino.
It might be part Mexican, part U.S. and part Canadian. All right, Kev.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with I'm drinking the grape Crystal Light. I'm smoking the featured stick. I'm sort of getting a diesel flavor. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks for nothing, Aaron.
All right, we got Dimples Darryl. Dimps, what you got, baby?
I am so appreciative that Aaron has decided he was going to feature a stick. I'm smoking the Rocky Patel Decade.
Nice.
What you sipping on?
But
hold on.
Dimps, what you sipping on?
I'm sipping on
the
Peg Leg Porker, America's 250th birthday straight bourbon.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, right.
Hey, and before you want to get all over me about the cigar, what Kel has said in the past is not for me.
All right, Rube, what you got, baby?
Oh, I don't got nothing tonight. I'm just producing.
No, you had something. You blessed the old man over here with some natties.
Oh, well, no, I brought in plenty of sticks tonight. I'm just not going to enjoy one this evening.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll smoke them and let you know how they went.
There you go.
All
right, Will.
Same as a featured stick. You can't. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
What it got me off the rip was a moldy basement.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of why I said cabbage at first, but taking a couple of more puffs, it kind of gave me that moldy basement smell. Yeah, from New York. It's not Jack's basement. It's just a moldy basement.
All right, so what you sipping?
But I got to say, Aaron, thank you so much for the cigar. Should have said that first and foremost.
Yeah. Come on now. You know when you sit down with an employee, you got to give them that sandwich. You got to give them a compliment. Then you talk about how they fucked up. Then you end with a compliment.
And then you end with a compliment.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I done fucked up. So. And I'm sipping on one of those good scotches.
Okay.
One of those.
All right. So
I don't remember what I poured.
So with me, as usual, I'm going with the Mexico. And I am smoking the Future Stick. And it started off, like I said, it started off with a little peppery. I did do a couple of retro hails. The retro hails.
You got pepper from this?
Yeah, just a little bit.
You didn't get that wet newspaper kind of taste?
Nah. Well, first I haven't tasted wet newspaper, but
but you smell one.
Yeah. You about like that motherfucker that described the other cigar as wolf. But
I still wouldn't smoke this at midnight.
It's still, it's in between, I guess, a transition right now. Like I said, I did a couple of retro hails on it. I'm getting some earth.
Cultivated soil.
I'm not getting any like cocoa or any of sweet notes yet. So maybe
was that how they described it? With
maybe
cocoa?
No, I said I'm not getting that.
No, but I'm saying, was that part of the description of the
No,
stick?
no.
Okay.
But normally some of the cigars we do smoke, though, people be saying, "Oh, I taste cocoa, coffee,
gotcha,
nutmeg, hazelnut,
cashews,
vanilla,
pralines,
warm bread, and shit like
straw.
that." I'm not getting that yet, so I'm definitely going to be on standby and see how this works its way through. and hopefully the activity will pick up.
I mean, the burn and the draw is good.
Oh,
I
the
like
burn
the
and draw is
construction.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Now, in comparisons, I remember we smoked that Rocket Patel Emerald. Be honest, I think the Emerald was a better smoke than this. It kind of initially, I can't give you a full one until I go through at least the first third and transition into the second third.
Well, Reem reminded me.
But yeah, Reem wasn't a big fan of that. But if I had to compare the two rockets that I smoked in the last couple of months, that'll definitely be the Emerald will be above this for now. So I guess we're gonna pop over and see some of the guys that chimed in.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it. I know we got Tony on, we got Dirty Biker, and we got Douglas.
Okay.
So let's start out with Tony.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's see.
Hey yo, what up? What up?
Tony Tone.
Oh, let me turn it.
Okay, I got the featured stick. I'm enjoying it with an Angel's Envy Old Fashioned. I'm almost done with it.
Wow,
you ain't got
Angel
better,
Envy Old Fashioned.
You ain't got better corner left in that rascal.
You know what I'm saying? So I got the featured stick. I got it in I guess it's called the Gordo 660. The ones that you
Oh
guys
yeah, that's
have,
not what we're having. We got the
you
box
guys-
press.
We got the box press.
is like a Robusto, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-inch. Yeah, I had that one many
That's
times.
what she said.
Yeah, I knew some shit like that was coming.
Now the box press is phenomenal.
I've had that one many times, and I think the box press is better than this one that I'm having right now.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
I remember it being a little. I don't know if it's because I'm a little bit more seasoned now, but I remember it being a little bit stronger, a little bit more like a cedar notes and chocolate. This is, I don't know. I want to say it's kind of bland, if you ask me. And when I first lit it
Okay.
up, it did give me a little pepper, but it's gone.
Yeah. See, I didn't get any pepper out of the one I had. It just gave me that damp New York basement.
After the thunderstorm.
Well, I'm only an inch in, so
That's what she said. Okay.
But I will go back to it. I'll let you know how
that
the rest
never
of
gets
it
old, right?
It never gets old.
Never get old.
It never gets old.
All right, we move on to Dirty Biker. What you got, baby?
I got the featured stick.
Oh, wait.
Wow, wait, what?
Wait.
Hold up.
Hey! No, I don't. I got a Tatuaje.
You got us all worked up over here
this
for crying out loud.
No, I got the newly released Creature by Tatuaje.
Oh, I think you talked about that last week, didn't you?
Yep, just came out. I got them yesterday.
Okay, all
Nice.
right. All right.
Okay. Why? Why did you get a Tatuaje and not this stick?
Because I forgot.
You forgot.
Okay. At least you're honest about it. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
And I'm drinking Nashville Barrel Company 9-year rye single barrel for your rise only.
For your rise only. I like that.
Sweet. Nice.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
segue
kind of play
from
on words there, right?
007.
Uh-huh. All right, Dougie Doug, what you got, baby?
Well, I am currently finishing up an Espinosa Habano, and I did not have time to get the featured stick because I was too busy bringing all my neighbors' trash cans in and making sure that they weren't in violation. But I did happen to find, I did happen to find a Rocky Patel Gold Label box press down in my humidor. It's been sitting there for God knows how long, so we'll see how that goes.
And the gold label is what? Is that the Disciple?
It just says the Gold Label. I mean, that's all it says. Nicaragua.
Okay.
The word
Because
that
I know the
words that Kel
Disciple
can't
has a
spell.
similar band on it.
That's the
okay.
The
Wow,
lower.
it's gold.
Uh-huh.
It's gold.
It's
Damn.
gold cedar.
Let's match the pairing as far as colors with.
The Knob Creek 18 year. Whoa.
Hey-o.
That's a good one right
Figured
there.
if it was going to be a meh stick, I may as well go with a hell yeah bourbon.
There you go. There you go. Even things out. Did you want to go through some of these comments we got?
Oh,
here?
yeah. Let's go through some of the comments. I'm shocked no one is smoking that Wemby pack.
He got smoked last week, but go ahead.
Okay, so Douglas was saying he's looking forward to tonight's guest conversation, joining in on the fun. Was good folk from Ted. We got White Hand saying yo yo yo.
What's up?
And of course, Reem with
Eh. All right, so I know a lot of people we kind of lit up early. Does anybody want to share any comments on how their first third is coming along, or anybody? Lottie Dottie?
Anyone? Has it improved for anybody, or has it stayed the same?
Okay.
Kev is double fisting cigars, bro.
What is he doing?
He's smoking 2 at a time.
Oh my God!
Is it a Pharaoh to even out the Rocky Patel? It's 100% better, he says. Oh, I wish you could see it. I mean, you could possibly see it up on.
Yeah, he got to lean into.
You got to lean into the camera a little bit, but yeah. That's
right. So let me start off with the I'm about a third through, maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the construction is very good, I think, on the cigar.
Yeah.
I think that it's burning well. I think the flavor profile is more of like a first cigar in the morning. Yeah, it's very light, not a lot of spice to it, not a whole lot of meat to the cigar, but it's not a bad cigar. I think it's a cigar you get in the morning. You say to be $5 for a cigar, and it should be a good cigar to start in the morning. That's what I think about the cigar. Golf course,
yeah.
Golf course for sure.
Okay, cigar. I can see that. Cigar smoking arborist says, "Good evening, guys."
Good evening.
Yeah, I'll just mirror that. I mean, I got some pepper right off the bat, and then it just mild. Then it got mild, but it's a great burn. It's a great draw. I'd put it as a mild cigar. I wouldn't put it in the medium category.
Yes, most definitely.
So I would definitely keep it at a mild cigar, and we'll see what happens when we get halfway or a little bit further down.
I don't think it's full.
Yeah, this is nowhere near full, bro.
Maybe a mild to medium.
I personally, I don't think this is anywhere close to a medium. I think it's very mild, and I think an espresso will probably pick this up. Even a carajillo would pick this up tremendously. I think even one from Mike Capolini, one of those espressos with a little amaretto in it would give this a much better taste.
That shit had me wired for sound down at PCA. Yeah. Chill. Pete, what you got, baby?
I got a little bit of pencil lead.
Oh Lord. Graphite.
Yeah, a little bit of graphite. This is Rocky Patel for me has been a cigar that I give to people that don't smoke a lot of cigars. And I think this fits that bill just because it's very mild, it's light, it's not offensive at all. It's fine to smoke. But I'm underwhelmed.
Wow.
It looks like it's going to be a lot more flavorful than it is. And I think that's the biggest downside.
Yeah.
If it looked like a mild, inoffensive cigar, I think that'd be one thing. But it looks before you light it like it's going to be a flavor bomb.
Right.
It's definitely not.
Well,
I'm
glad.
not a bad cigar, but it's not a bad cigar. It's an okay cigar.
Thank you. And you know what? At least I got somebody on my side that sees this as an okay cigar. This is not something that's going to blow you away. This is not something that's going to be in your rotation. I have nothing against Rocky Patel, but I have yet to have a Rocky Patel that I would smoke and go, wow, you need to try this Rocky Patel. Go ahead. Say your piece.
There was one of the Rocky Patels I tried. It was like a purple and white band. I can't remember.
Magic Toast?
That was it. That was a good stick. No, it wasn't Alec Bradley.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Alec Bradley. My bad.
It was
bad.
It was a purple and white band, and that cigar was real good. And to be honest, I like the other one with the red band.
Yeah, the snake.
No, it's what is it? Rocky Patel. I think it had a number on there, like 19 something.
That's when they put it to rest.
The age limited rare is a very good stick.
Okay.
Yes. Was that the one I was just trying to describe, Doug, or no?
No.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Yes. What was that? Okay, the 55.
Oh, there's your numbers.
Yeah, the 55.
Not 1955,
Yeah,
just 55.
I said it had numbers. Yeah,
Yeah, it had numbers.
The double nickel. The double nickel.
I can't drive 55.
Lord Jesus.
I'll stick to my day job.
Bad.
Now that I'm retired.
So,
oh my
so
goodness.
I think collectively, everybody appreciate the gesture.
100%.
1,000%. And two,
go ahead.
We try something different. And
Yeah.
that's the whole vibe here any doggone way. We get to try something different, give our thoughts, and yay or nay, would you buy it again? I like the fact, me personally, one, you almost can't go wrong with a box press cigar.
True.
I don't care in what manufacturer, what have you. Something about a box press cigar to me, it just smokes different because of the configuration. And two, the MSRP on this, with the exception of Tony, it's within reason. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron, what was the MSRP on these? So probably around around $10. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, 12, and that's in the wheelhouse. I'm Mr. Frugal, so that kind of fits right into the wheelhouse. But with that being said, though, I got other cigars in that same wheelhouse that will supersede this.
Yes.
You already know, AJ Fernandez, Bay Ortiz is probably pound for pound.
See, I would smoke that.
The Maduro.
But here's my thing, right? So you just mentioned the Bellas Artes.
Yep, him too.
That I would buy any day over this.
Correct.
And look, I'm glad Ron loves the cigar. Everybody's got a different palate. This, honestly, is not for me.
Okay.
It's just giving me, man, how do I put this without being rude, but a staleness in flavor.
Okay. All right. Well, you just
Do you know what I
put it.
mean?
You just said it.
I mean, I did because, this is what our show's about. You get 15 different heads in here smoking a cigar. Everybody's got a different palate. Everybody's going to have a different take on the cigar. Mine, unfortunately, is not in favor of it, where everybody else is like, this is a good golf cart or golf course cigar. I don't play golf, so. That's all I'm saying.
I've been on this.
Okay, hold on. We got Dimples. He's about to chime in.
First of all, I don't appreciate everybody shitting on Aaron.
Nobody's shitting on Aaron. Hold on a second.
Hey.
Whoa. Let's reel that back.
Yeah, we coming to Aaron's defense.
No. Hey.
I didn't shit on him, by the way. No,
actually, nobody really did shit on him, but
no, we just all shit in his
shit
garbage
on cigar. Right. So the thing is that I have a different cigar for a different occasion. This cigar fits in a specific occasion for
a funeral.
Me. The reason why I say that, the reason why I say that is, this cigar gives me no distractions. So if I'm sitting and trying to concentrate, I can smoke the cigar and go through it. There's some cigars that knock my ass out of whatever I'm thinking about.
Okay.
This one does not. There's a little bit of flavor behind, and granted, I don't know where everybody's getting all the pepper from.
Yeah, I don't either.
That was the initial, but go ahead.
But there is something behind it, but I just can't. I can't determine what it is, and it's not
moldy basement or the wet newspaper.
It's not New York City underground basement moldy shit. No. There's some flavor that I cannot discern, but it is a flavor to it. But it is not a distraction.
I get that.
So
I get that.
That's what I got.
Okay. What's behind it? It's called a chaser, says Kevin, who's chasing it with a Pharaoh.
So and maybe a little bit behind on like what I smoke and kind of like where I've been. Like I'm newer at a lot of this stuff.
This is
so.
great.
So
I'm encouraging you.
So
as soon as Bitcoin go up,
yep,
we get a box of the League of Nines.
And I'll address that in a second. But so I'm a sports dad, so I don't have a lot of time to be sitting around just. So for me, like I get nuttiness from this.
Okay.
And I get some of the chocolate notes at the end. Some people would say maybe that's cardboard or whatever, which that's fine. But for me, I don't have a lot of time to smoke. So like I'm looking for a good draw. I'm looking for good construction.
Oh, this definitely has it.
Yeah,
and I'm looking.
I'm not knocking the build of the cigar at all.
The build is phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm looking for value. So like, for me, like I can go out in the backyard and have this, not be distracted, like Daryl said.
I get that.
And it is what it is. But when Bitcoin hits a new high, we'll talk about what people want to have.
A box of Pharaohs.
And if I wasted anybody's time with this cigar,
hold on. Time. Pause. You have not wasted anyone's time.
No.
Because here's the thing. I'm pretty sure everybody in this room, number one, appreciates your gesture.
Yes.
100%. Number two, having a cigar with everyone and it's the same cigar, dude, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Trust me on that. Because you want that input from everybody else.
Yeah.
You know it's not going to hit 100%.
Right.
Not every single cigar hits everyone the same way.
Correct.
And you're not going to get 100%. Oh, yes, we're going to buy
the beauty about this and what
we'll
done
wait till we get
in the
them.
past, you want us to share that same experience that you had with this cigar, that you felt that was a good cigar.
Yeah.
And mission accomplished.
Yeah,
on
100%.
That. Not lottie-dottie, everybody's going to be in lockstep with you. However, the majority of people did like the cigar. We are definitely appreciative of the gesture, and that's what this that's what this vibe is all about. You know what I'm saying?
And somebody's going to throw off this vibe, and it would have to be Reem, the lady's dream. Wasting my fucking time. I don't know what y'all talking about.
All right, Jack, go ahead.
The cigar. Well, just to carry on what you and Will are saying is, when you're getting together and you're smoking a cigar, it's camaraderie, it's the fellowship. Everybody's enjoying it. It doesn't really make a difference what you're smoking at that point. But if you're sitting down to smoke a cigar and you want to enjoy something, like Will said, it's preference. Everything is preference. With the Rocky Patel series of cigars, and we were talking about that, Pete, is he produces so many of them. It's hard to discern flavor between flavor. And he's got 4 or 5 different edges.
You're right.
It's not as satisfying as it was maybe 20 years ago.
Correct.
When he had 4 or 5 and they were great cigars.
Yeah. I agree with
Patel
that.
is carrying on a reputation rather than
Spot
an
on.
expectation.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that 100%.
Spot on. Spot
Yep.
on.
Hang on one second. So what I think
Wet
the Decade is
newspapers.
not a bad cigar.
Oh, there's a whip.
And I think it's
Oh my
a
God.
decent cigar. I would smoke this if we were sitting watching Saturday UFC and I'm on my 3rd cigar and I don't care what I'm smoking at that point. Or maybe I'm working around the garage. But if we're going to sit down, I'm going to pull out a cigar for an occasion.
Yes.
It'll be a Liga product or something to that effect.
Okay, cool. All right, Bobby.
One quick comment to everything that we've all said. Most of the folks, if I look around the room, most of us smoke full body to medium
Correct.
cigars.
Well, that's the other thing.
And so when you roll out a cigar
Yeah, we
like
go
this,
heavy.
it's not a bad cigar for most people. I think that what happens is when you go into a room, we smoke Ligas, we smoke a lot of big, heavy cigars, and then when you unroll this cigar,
Yes.
it's a little underwhelming
Mm-hmm.
because of the flavor profile, not because it's a bad cigar, but our profile, our taste buds, we've all adjusted to
Our palate's been
premium,
conditioned.
a more premium, full-bodied cigar. So, A-Rod, seriously, thanks for bringing these cigars,
Yes.
man. I really appreciate you for
Thank
doing
you.
that.
Yes,
and it's not a
absolutely.
bad cigar.
Absolutely.
It's just for this room. I think it doesn't really fit our profile because it's a very light cigar. That's
right. All right. Well, look.
One time for the one time. Let's clap it up for AA
All right,
Ron.
yes.
Clap it up for
Yeah.
AA Ron. Clap it up.
All right. Let's
clap it up. Clap it up.
All right. So
now bring my bin in.
So we're gonna move. We're gonna move along to the next segment of the podcast here. So we have in attendance coming to the stage. I guess you want to call it.
Not really a stage.
I know. Well,
but okay.
All right. So look, guys, welcome. Let's get a nice warm welcome for Mr. Alvin C. Jacobs Jr.
All
yes.
right.
Yes.
I'm gonna bounce out. I'm gonna let you take care of this.
There's a coaster for you right here, Alvin. All right, get the headphones right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, can go ahead and do a quick test. 1 2 1 2.
Microphone check. 1 2. What is this?
All right. So just so everybody knows, I'm probably going to mess up on a couple of these accolades, but
I have accolades.
Yes, you got a couple, man.
I do stuff.
I did my homework a little bit. So Mr. AC Jacobs is a documentary photographer and a image activist here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, some of his work, if you ever had an opportunity to research it or look it up, he did you did an exhibit over at the Harvey B. Gantz Center back in, was it 2018, 2019?
Yes.
Called Welcome to Brook Hill, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which is a neighborhood here in Charlotte where you actually received a couple of awards from, if I'm not mistaken.
1 or 2.
Yeah. He was Charlotte Magazine?
Oh, pull it up.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte Magazine put you down as Charlotte Teen of the Year.
They did.
And I believe you received another award from Creative Loafing too as well.
Best photographer.
Best photographer. So just to kind of give you a little backdrop with Alvin, I know you like to expand on that, but just tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you're in, your work in the biking community, and also your photography work.
Well, man, first of all, I appreciate you guys having me here. This is an amazing experience. I can't remember the last time I've been in a room of both gentlemen and scholars. Right? Amazing cigars, amazing drinks. I mean, I didn't know what to expect.
Yes, sir.
You know, and every single podcast is going to be different. Every depends on how you're feeling. But
and the thing about it, right? I've been asking you for a while. Yo, man, you need to come down. Yeah. I'm coming. I said, you ain't gonna. This experience is something crazy.
No, it is though, man. And I mean, I wish you guys could see like what I'm looking at right now. Like I'm probably a little old to be his son, and it would probably be weird, but I would live in this space. If I could park a motorcycle here, I would probably not ever leave.
Well, I tell you, one time Jason almost rode his right up in here.
He's not wrong.
Yes.
Basically, I started out as an image activist. I started there. I started out in social justice. I've spent the last decade between Ferguson, Baltimore, Standing Rock, Chicago, Flint, Minneapolis, Charlottesville, everywhere that was literally on fire. I spent time with my camera. So back in, I don't know, maybe 2011, I would go to dinner parties and I was around a lot of affluent, intelligent, very successful people. And there's nothing worse than not being affluent, not being really that intelligent, and not being, you know what I mean, that affluent.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, so what do you do? Right? You're in these spaces and you're like, so what do you do? They're asking you what you do. And there's only three answers that make any sense, right? We say this a lot. If you're not at the table, you're on the menu, right? In my opinion, there's only three tables, right? There's the really smart table. You got your PhD, your doctorate. You're the smartest guy in the room. Absolutely, you're more than welcome. You're rich as hell. You can buy your way into pretty much anything. Who's going to tell the rich guy no? Or three, you're really talented. There's no hard working tables. There's a 50-50 good looking table, but neither of those apply to me. So I decided to put more work into the creative spectrum because that's where I had the most leeway. I feel like I could get there quicker than I could earn my PhD. I feel like I could get to the creative circle maybe a little cleaner, than I could becoming rich overnight. So I just started working on that craft, and I wanted to be interesting, right? Because again, you can be an artist and be broke as hell, but you're still pretty cool because you do things that people just don't have the ability to do. Not because they're not talented, but because they got other responsibilities. There's probably all kind of painters in here and graphic designers and musicians, but you got kids, right? You've got a wife. You're in the garage playing the guitar again when you should be at work. You should be fixing, you know what I mean, the pipe. So I became an artist, not just because of that, but because I wanted something to give. I didn't want to leave this earth and just basically leave here the same way I came in.
Now, Alvin, I read somewhere, just talking a little bit about the photography inspiration. I think you, and correct me if I'm wrong, what I've read is that you got your inspiration because there was an incident, I think, at your mother's church.
Yes.
That kind of lit the fire for you on the photography side. Is that correct?
That is correct. There was a young man. My mother was she was really good friends with the pastor, which was a husband and wife at Kingdom Authority Church in Rockford, Illinois. And a young man, his name was Mark Anthony Barmore. He was literally being chased by the police, right? I can't remember what he was accused of, but he ran inside the church's basement. The church is occupied at the time. There's children in there because it was also a daycare. So he comes in and there was just a lot of commotion. There was a lot going on. I wasn't there, but Mark Anthony Barmore ended up shot to death by the police inside the church that my mother was in. So in Rockford, Illinois, Rockford is about 90 miles north of Chicago. It used to be the second largest city in Illinois. Now it's maybe the third or the fourth. So we didn't have a lot of social justice history. A lot of things just happened and, the city just kind of let it go. So I'm like, okay, well, I kind of have a camera. I don't really know what I'm doing with it, but I just went outside and started documenting some of the pushback, some of the protests. We had never seen this before in Rockford. So many things had happened. I didn't have any training. I didn't have a background. I didn't really have any political education. I just knew that I had a camera and this was my city. And this was something that I kind of wanted to be a part of. And I was like, wait a minute, there's people who've been doing this for decades. And I started researching other photographers and I started building more of the political education that I had lost. I forgot I was indoctrinated around the third grade. I grew up around revolutionaries. I grew up around, brothers and sisters who were, of course, older. They're like my parents' age, but they were always active. So I started recalling some of that energy, some of that information. I'm like, you know what, do this job. So started there, went into fashion because you have to pay bills, right?
Yes.
Like social justice wasn't paying the bills then or now, but it was a calling. I did it anyway. Few relationships were like, are you going to get a job or no? I'm like, this is my job. Like, well, where's the money? I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. Eventually it did. But I just learned even then to do what I felt I was called to do. And don't worry about social media likes. Don't worry about my bank account right then. Worry about my passion, and end up turning that into a career that I couldn't be more grateful for. If you had asked me 20 years ago, what was I going to become?
Yes.
What did I want to be? I didn't have an answer, right? I was trying to get hired in, one of the factories in my hometown. I was just trying to get a good job, that I could retire from, following, what my parents did, but that wasn't going to be my portion.
Now, it also said you're a second generation, I guess, Harley Davidson biker.
I am
as well.
I like to say third because it sounds like it's more storied, but my sons are third. So my father's first, I'm second, my sons are third.
Okay. All right. So how did that come about?
So my father's club is called the Brothers in Rockford, Illinois. I believe they were established in 1976.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not the oldest in the United States of America, but I grew up in this culture. So the oldest family-owned Harley Davidson dealership in the world is Keggles in Rockford. I grew up a mile away from there. So a mile away from the oldest family-owned Harley Davidson dealership in the world was in my backyard. I could walk there every day. So depending on your ability to read and research, if and depending on where you live in America, you think just all middle-aged white dudes ride motorcycles. There's no black guys that ride motorcycles, right? And you would be partly true. Because there was a time where we couldn't purchase brand new motorcycles. I didn't care how much money you had, what credit score you had. You could not go inside of a deal. Hell, you couldn't buy a new car either. You couldn't buy a home. So everything we were doing was second and third hand, and that's where that culture came from. And especially after Vietnam specifically, a lot of those brothers came back looking for the same camaraderie they had on the battlefield. And they found that among other bikers. They had kind of been through the same thing, and it was like, man, I don't know what I'm going through. You know, PTSD wasn't really a thing yet. I had really been diagnosed medically, but guys were just, they needed their family, they needed their friends. So they formed that club then, and I just grew up in it. You know, I looked at some of the old photographs and I'm like, man, these guys look so cool. If I could be half as cool as my dad's club members and friends were, I'd have a good life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now speaking, like I say, speaking of first, and especially from, the African American perspective, I know we had gentleman by the name of Wild Bill or William Johnson. Just a little fun fact: he had the first Harley Davidson dealership back in 1923, and a lot of people don't know about Bessie.
Bessie Stringfield.
Stringfield, yep, Bessie Stringfield. She was the first industry and some of the impact and influence that it came from as African American perspective is just a gentleman out in California called Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear.
We have on the screen, Sugar Bear had a unique front fork style that was unique to anybody in the chopper industry. And people used to come all across the country to get a Sugar Bear setup.
He's in Sturgis right now.
Oh, he's in Sturgis.
Yeah,
okay.
Live and well.
Live and well. And he's a very, very low-key, humble type of gentleman. Yes. If you ever had the opportunity to meet him. And then we have, I would say, one of the biggest nugget of information that's really not out in the masses, so to speak, is a gentleman by the name of Ben Hardy. If you guys knew who you probably don't know who Ben Hardy is, but you do. Iconic motorcycle movie ever made, Easy Rider. He was the builder of the Captain America bike, hobby bike. Seen here, the bike that Peter Fonda rode. He built that bike. Quick story on that is that when they was putting that movie together, they approached Harley Davidson to see if they could get some bikes commissioned for the movie. And then Harley Davidson basically said, no. Nope. We're not going to do it.
We're good.
We're good. So they reached out to Ben Hardy, and I forgot the other gentleman's name that was with him at the time. And he built those two bikes out of basically used parts. And that bike is the most iconic bike this country have ever had.
But you know what? That happens a lot, though, man.
Yes.
The more, and we see it now, revisionist history. If we get rid of all of this information, after a generation, it never happened. You forget. Like, I literally, did you guys know Chicago was founded by a black man?
Yes.
He was Haitian, right?
So
so was Rockford. So was my hometown. I lived there, born and raised. I had no idea.
So was
that
Indiana.
Louis Lemon. I didn't know that. I didn't know Indiana.
Indiana, the nickname the Hoosier State was named after a black man.
And people will say, why does that matter? Why does it matter? He was a guy.
Yes.
Why does that matter? Same way we have been taught to believe that Christopher Columbus, an Italian, founded America. They'll never let you forget that, ever. Whether it's true or not, never forget it. And
but
you said it's not true?
No.
Hell no, it ain't
No,
true.
they got
it ain't
some.
true.
Yeah, but they got
They know it wasn't true.
You know, now they're coming out with some information that's definitely debunking that,
absolutely,
so to speak. Now, you did, like I say, the neighborhood. The name escapes
Welcome
me.
to Brook Hill.
Welcome to Brook Hill.
But that wasn't my first one.
It wasn't, but I was going to talk to you a little bit about your most recent one,
okay,
which was last year at the Harvey Gantt Center.
Yes, sir.
And that was Black Behind Bars. That was an outstanding, that was a phenomenal exhibition that you had there last year. I don't know if you guys can see it.
So this is one of the bills from it. Black Behind Bars, was it upside down?
There we go.
You know what?
Yeah, go. There you go. There we go.
Yes. There we go. So it's supposed to be this way. It just goes upside down, but that's the way my name is. But so 2 years ago, 2.5, I visit the Harley Davidson Museum in Milwaukee. I've never been before. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I've been down here since 2012. I haven't really been in the Midwest like that for any extended amount of time. So I go to the museum. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. I'm going to see all of these things that I've only dreamed about. And I get there, and this is before I understood that they had cycles in the museum, not motorcycles, but cycles with exhibitions. I go there, there's no black people. Who's seen Do the Right Thing? Do you remember when Bugging Out was asking Sal how come there were no black people on the wall? And Sal was like, yo, it's my place. You want black people on the wall, get your own place. So I didn't say anything to Harley. I mean, who was I going to talk to anyway? They didn't know who I was. I didn't exist to them. So I just put a mental note and I said, you know what? I'm going to build a body of work that is going to be worthy of an institutional platform. I'm going to build my own exhibition myself. And I just started doing that. I started photographing. I started traveling. I started building the story. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I didn't know if it was going to hit. I didn't know if I was going to get any support, any sponsorship. I just knew I had to do something because I couldn't just complain, right? There's no black people. Dude, yeah, okay, so what are you going to do about it? Growing up in a small Midwest town, the first thing they ask you if you have an issue with anything is, so what are you doing about it? Like, what are you doing about it? What's your solution? So I decided I was going to be the solution and build that standard to a level that makes sense, that encompassed creativity, thought process, some political education, but really a really strong ideology that we've always been here. We're not going anywhere. And this culture we all share. This is just our particular part of it.
Okay.
So Black Behind Bars, right? Why would you come up with that word, right? Why I had so much pushback from that. Oh, why would you call it that? Well, it's a triple entendre, right? Black Behind Bars, first and foremost, is a black man behind the bars of a motorcycle. That's the logo. Black behind handlebars. 2, mental health. If you have ever had any mental health challenges at all, sometimes you're behind the bars of your own mind. You can't get out of that thing. You're whatever your diagnosis is, you're behind those bars. And 3 is recidivism, right? Actual jail, actual prison, in and out of the system. And I'm like, what if I could put all those things together in one exhibition? So it's kind of like a Trojan horse. You're coming to look at motorcycles, but hey, there's this mental health component. And you're coming to think about mental health, but hey, whoa, there's this recidivism component. And I thought about all of that, right? I thought about all of that and I put that together while I was literally sitting in jail. I had a 30-day freaking, what do you call it? Contempt charge. I couldn't go anywhere, no bond. And I'm just scribbling. I had a whole notebook full of ideas, partnerships, how I was going to think through this, how I was going to get people excited, what I was going to do. So I'm literally writing all this down, literally in jail. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Wow. I couldn't get out. There was no bond.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, this is 30 days, man. You got to sit down. The exhibition opened in September. I was in jail in October.
Wow.
What are we doing? right? But that's not just God, right? That's favor. That's when you know you're supposed to sit. I would have been all over the place. I would have been tripping, spazzing out. I had to sit down and write. And I'm in my little jail cell. Everybody else doing what they're doing, watching games. I don't care. I'm in there writing on my notepad. No push-ups, no sit-ups, no nothing. Food, right. Food, right. Pray. Food, right. That's all I did for 30 days. So I got out. I had the whole game plan. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I got scraps of paper and notebooks. I get out. No legal papers, no nothing like that. Just black behind bars.
Wow.
I said, man, you got to be kidding me. So that's how it goes sometimes.
Wow. But I tell you, that exhibition was awesome too, and I'm so glad that you was able to bring a part of that expedition over to Independence Harley Davidson too. There was a good turnout for that too as well.
Thank you, sir.
So I know you said you wanted. Well, I tell you what. Let's get into the. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, we have a question. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I see him now.
I mean, he's only been holding it up. Like,
yeah, it's been a minute.
Okay, like the guy from the Congo.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, first of all, Alvin, thank you for coming and joining us tonight. Really appreciate it. I love your story, and it just goes to show that you don't need all those accolades on your business card or that extravagant job title. As long as you're happy and you're passionate about what you do and you feel like you're making a difference, everything else will fall into place.
I agree.
And I think you've done that.
Appreciate that, man.
That you fit that bill.
I guess you know what, we'll take this time right now to kind of open up to some questions, then we can move on. All right,
let's do it.
All right, Bobby.
Hey, let me go ahead and talk a little bit about what you talked about. Anytime you are an African American in this country, there's obstacles. A lot of people make excuses for why they can't accomplish certain things. And so then you have to figure out, hey, if you want to make a difference, you have to actually put it to action. And I'm looking at a man across the room that has put that to action. I'm really proud of you, man, for doing that stuff.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, brother.
So when you you have an idea of how you want to make some changes, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
But putting things to work makes a difference. Okay.
Yeah.
I repeat that. Columbus cannot discover land when people are already here. That's some bullshit. Okay. Pardon my language, but that's ridiculous. Okay. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Listen, there's a good friend of mine, John Carlos. I don't know if you know who that guy is. John Carlos was an Olympian in 1968.
Yeah, Mexico.
Put his fist up.
Yep, I remember.
He's a good friend of mine. He's now getting older, 80 years. I think it's about 80 years old now. But he talked to me about how he got that medal, and they put the fist up, came back to America, and they took the medals away from them. The CIA harassed them until his wife committed suicide from all the harassment, from all the things that he accomplished. Now he's got to the point to where not until he was like 65 years old did he start being recognized as a black hero in this country. Okay. So I'm proud of what you're doing.
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing. You will continue to have obstacles.
Yeah.
But keep doing what you're doing and keep pushing forward.
Right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
So do we have hey Ruben, if you could put the other screen up to see if any of our viewers might have any questions. Oh, we do have another question? Okay. Oh, we got it from Basement Jack.
So when you said that you were younger and you mentioned that change needed to be done and you figured you were going to be the one to make the change.
Yes, sir.
I can't commend you enough. I don't think anybody else around us can put enough effort into how strong you must have felt to do something like that. But are you inclined to do something to go forward with it, to push it forward to the next generation of people that you're around to help them make changes for the future?
I am, and I think I'm responsible for that. My mother being a pastor and growing up, in church, I used to ask all the time, and I would get in trouble. The question was, so mom or, pastor, preacher, if you told me that the only way to get to heaven is if I believe that Jesus is the Son of God, he died and wrote, that's the only way to get to heaven, right? I said, but mom, what if I was a 3-year-old born in Malaysia and I fell off the mountain, a literal mountain, and I didn't get a chance to hear the good word? Would I go to heaven? Well, no, you told me there was only one way. I said, so what about India? What about, what about these places that just haven't, and no one had the answer. So, and then someone said, well, you're only accountable for what you know. So now that I know, now I'm accountable. If I never knew what I was supposed to do, if I never had the information or been through the adversity, then, it is what it is. You never rise, to the occasion. Now that I know what that looks like, I've lost everything before. Relationships, residences, cars, I've just been through it. Because keep in mind, I've been an artist for a long time. Not just creatively, but I was just diagnosed with some stuff that I kind of figured out what was going on, but I didn't know, right? Through therapy, through having an actual psychiatrist. I'm like, oh, so that's why I learned different. I would never study for tests because I couldn't. I would study 5 minutes before the test and I would pass it because I could only retain that much information. Like, you got to study all week for what? I'm going to study. Oh, squirrel. There's literally a squirrel. And I lost the information. So now I'm just getting frustrated. So I'm going to play video games and play basketball and everything. And I will do my homework at 6 o'clock in the morning. Because if I don't, it's not going to do any good anyway. So again, now that I know how I learn, now I'm responsible for putting those things in play. So through my political education, I know, and by political education, I mean reading, studying, researching, trying to figure out how we got here. I want to be that catalyst. I know it's a responsibility. I thought I was going to die in 2016 in Charlotte because I was up close and on front lines of every day of the protests during the uprising after Keith Lamont Scott was killed. Yeah. And that was home. So you guys remember what happened in Charlottesville? I was there, literally on the front line. Like when Heather was ran over by that Challenger, I was right there. I have those photographs. So when those guys were walking and they were deploying out of those vehicles, right? You guys didn't know what they were saying because it was edited. You guys didn't know what they were saying because it did. Why would don't play that? I bet you thought they were saying you will not replace us. You thought that's what they were saying, didn't you? What rhymes with you? Don't say it. Don't say it. What rhymes? And there's hundreds of these guys walking, yelling that around the university with tiki torches. Wow. This is what I'm watching. And I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm probably in danger, but I can't leave because I need this footage to get back to where it needs to get to. So then when I start seeing the footage on Netflix, they had a documentary, and CNN and HLN and Fox News and all this other stuff, I'm like, oh, wow, this was important. But every day that I was afraid, every day I was risking my life, I was doing it for free. I didn't make a dime, and I'm scared. So I'm poor, risking my life. I'm on every probably government watch list because I can't stop doing these things, right? I'm just a blip on the radar, but that little blip on the radar, depending on where you're blipping, can be a problem. So yes.
Never heard of a president of the United States.
Ain't no other
That's
side.
ridiculous.
There's no other side. What did they say about, like the elephant and, the mouse is like, yo, I don't know. This elephant has his foot on my neck. I don't understand. Like, what's the good about that? But to a man or a woman with privilege, equality feels like oppression. And by privilege, I mean, hell, this is privilege. We're sitting here in the good AC. I've got, I don't know, $300 or $400 worth of cigars in this little Harley Davidson bag. That's probably privilege, right? Even though it may not seem much to somebody else, right? But it's something other than what someone else has. So to a man or a woman with privilege, this is what we're doing right now.
I'm smoking the Rocky Patel decade.
And it's not bad. It's not bad. But equality feels like oppression. For somebody to get what you have, people say, well, I wish someone would let me live somewhere for free. Yeah. I wish someone, would let me eat for free. I wish. It's always that. You don't want that life. You want the life that you have.
No. Yeah, I'm a firm believer, don't give me a fish, teach me how to fish.
Teach me how to fish.
That's the only way. That's the only way I can uplift myself and take care of my family. I need for you to teach me what I need to know. So, Darryl, you have a question?
Yeah. So, you talk about the, I guess, pipeline and the bars once the pipeline brings young African American kids into the system. What are from your perspective, you talked about therapy, you talked about, what are your observations of the young men who were there with you?
Yeah.
And what do you think could be some of the early life interventions that can prevent that pipeline? Or do you think the political system is set up, policy, government policies, state policies, local government policies? What are the offsetting opportunities that can prevent that recidivism, can prevent that introduction into that pipeline that you noticed?
This is what I learned, and I learned this firsthand. James Baldwin said, "To be a Negro in this country is to be relatively conscious. To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all of the time. So if you're black, you kind of halfway know what's going on. You're gonna be pissed, right? So I was mad for a long time. I was angry. I'm like, how did I get here? Like, gee, like what did I do to be treated this way, right? Why, dude? I can't. Doesn't matter my credit score. Doesn't matter my neighborhood. Doesn't matter my education. Doesn't matter my job. Leave me alone. And I've never been left alone, ever, right? I drive the cars I drive. I wear the clothes, all these things that should buffer me from the foolishness of America, right? Well, hey, he's okay. He's he's an acceptable Negro. That's a decent car. It's a nice car. Nice car. It doesn't come off of us. So our children don't know that unless you and I teach them, unless we teach them. They don't know, right? So I don't believe in respectability politics. I don't believe in the way you dress should affect the way people treat you. That means nothing. People are going to do what they're going to do. That's their responsibility, not yours. Malcolm X was killed in a suit. You understand what I'm telling you? In a suit, right? Martin Luther King, right? These brothers were dressed impeccably, were educated, spoke well, all of these things, and their lives were still cut short. Medgar Evers, right? I believe he had a. So I'm saying all that to say, I wish I would have knew how to conduct myself differently earlier. So what I mean by that is, even though I was on the straight and narrow, had mom, had dad, they had great jobs, upper middle class in the Midwest, my life should have been okay, right? Keep in mind when I grew up, I'm 52 years old. So born in 1974, I'm 16, 17, 18 when our culture started changing. It went from black power and all I'm black and I'm proud and all that to gangster rap. Not just blaming one particular aspect, but now it's bitches ain't shit, right? Our black women are nothing. We're drinking, we're smoking, we're having reckless sex. All these things are happening. This is our community specifically. We're being targeted, right? And it's like no other community is going through this. You don't see these raggedy movies. You don't hear raggedy music, and it's celebrated. And we're seeing brothers and sisters being made very rich behind pushing this program. So if you're a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, you're like, man, my parents work third shift at UPS part-time. They're broke as hell. They're good people, but we've got nothing. If I start dealing on the streets or I start doing all these things outside, I probably won't get caught. But if I do, jail is cool because the rappers are going to jail and getting out and we were glorifying it. All the people we knew who were successful that were black back then that we had access to weren't the doctors and the lawyers and the accountants and the judges. They were the drug dealers and the killers and the robbers and the murderers. Now, that's not saying that your father wasn't a pillar of the community or your dad or you, but we didn't have access to those guys because they were taking care of their families. They didn't come back into the community and see us. And once they got the money, they moved out. So we're surrounded by all the bad people. You know what I mean? I didn't live around doctors. My parents did okay, but we did just okay to be broke. We didn't live in the upper echelon of the neighborhood. Keep in mind, we couldn't live there anyway. You know what I mean? Like we had a little bit of money. But they were still redlining and they wouldn't allow us to live in certain neighborhoods. So the people I'm around weren't very good people outside of the people who were good people. So if we would have learned earlier, and right now look at our culture. So you remember, we're probably closer in age, right? You may be a little bit older, but we're closer in age, and I'm saying that for a reason.
Don't let the gray fool you.
Okay.
He's 27.
27. Okay. So here's the catch. Lost my damn train. Okay. So we were growing up idolizing drug dealers, right? These kids now are idolizing drug users. We didn't use drugs. I've never used drugs in my life. If we are having a good time in here, you pull out some cocaine, I'm gonna start screaming. I'm going to start yelling for the authorities because how dare you, sir? But that's glorified now. They're on pills or all kind of stuff. So we're losing that generation. We lost our generation to prison because 91, 92, 93, 95, remember the crack epidemic and all that other stuff. We over criminalized and over sentenced everybody. So now we lost an entire generation of black men who were raising us. Not my dad. My dad never been to jail and things like that, but we lost. So our OGs were street dudes. So I grew up in a community where all the guys were getting money that I knew that I had access to were criminals. I don't want to be a doctor. Why would I be a doctor when I can make, like, I don't know, X amount of thousands of dollars today illegally? Hopefully I don't get caught, but then when you get caught, your life changes. So you guys weren't doing anything wrong. We just didn't have access to you. And we didn't make what you knew growing up normal, right? Your dad worked, took care of his kids, went to college, whatever he needed to do to take care of his family. And that was supported. That was celebrated because his father did it and his father did it and his father did it. Even if there was some issues, you don't have 7, 8, 9 relatives in prison or dead from street violence. You know what I mean? Your dad might have been a drunk and whatever, but he brought his ass home and he brought the money home to your mom. There was no evictions. There was no foreclosures, not systemically, right? So I'm not saying everybody had a perfect life, but I'm saying we grew up raggedy almost every single time. And once we make it big, we're the first generation. And I mean, by make it big, we're first generation college students. There are black kids right now that are first generation college students in 2020 something. No one in your family has ever graduated college. It's just you. And now when you see these NBA draft kids making 30, 40, 50 million, they're broke next week because they got to take care of their whole family. Look at the breakdown. It's like, man, I gave my parents $3 million. I bought my mom a $1 million house. I bought my, what? You don't have to do that with white families because they're already established. You give your dad 500,000, boy, what the hell's wrong with you? I don't need this money. Pop's got the 401k. He's got the military. He's already set up. He wants you to be okay. Our people, and not a sweeping generalization, everybody begging. You come back to the hood, you know, you're in a Rolls Royce, you need 3, 4 of them. And that's the financial aspect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So real fast, before we get to your question, all right, we
Us.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Now I'm on. So what I was gonna say is everyone has a story, and I applaud you for sharing yours with us, because I mean, a lot of things that you said really kind of like brought me back to like how I got here. And one thing that you didn't mention about those tables was confidence. You don't have to have the most money. You don't have to be the most talented. You have to have confidence. And not only
belief in yourself.
In what you believe in, but in yourself. And about being locked up, God's gonna put you where you need to be. And sometimes the opportunities are gonna present themselves, but it's what you do with those opportunities when they're right at your doorstep. And you, I mean, if you're going to put the work in to take advantage of it, that's on you in the person you are. So with all that being said, and I was going to ask you, with your photography and everything else that you have going on, like, what's next? Like, what can we look forward to? What can we look for?
Well, that's actually was one of the segues I was going to go to. But before we go to what's next, we definitely got a question from Toastmaster. He said, talk a little bit about the bike culture and has it done for you and some of the misconceptions.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the bike culture. Riding motorcycles has absolutely upgraded my quality of life. I've been riding most of my life, but nowhere near this level of visibility, this level of understanding, this level of clarity. I just got a therapist like a couple of years ago. I had my first psychiatrist earlier this year. I've never had access to those things, I thought, right? Because in America, medical insurance is tied to where you work. I've been self-employed since almost ever, right? I never had that line item, you know, to be able to be able to have those things in my mental health repertoire. So riding motorcycles has allowed me to go places I never would have dreamed, making friends with people I would have never had access to. I'm in places where I'm the only black person, not on purpose. I don't go places to where it's super dangerous and it's super crazy and something bad's going to happen to me, but I go because I'm in the culture. I was in Sturgis, right? I was in Sturgis. There was like 50 black people. So me and 49 other black people with thousands of bikers. And I didn't care. And I'm going again this year. I went to a place called Party in the Pen. The irony. It's the old Shawshank Redemption prison in Mansfield, Ohio.
Yep.
So there was this huge Harley Davidson rally inside the prison. So there's all these motorcycles. The place is filthy. It's absolutely disgusting, right? There's staff in there. Arguably, there's asbestos. But these are spaces where it's biker culture. I'm a biker. It's not black biker. It's not white biker. It's not Puerto Rican. We're bikers. Now, there's subsets in that, absolutely, right? We have to identify that because when someone says they don't see color, they're being very, that's, you got to watch people that say that. That means that they don't want to see the part of you that makes you, right? There's nothing wrong with having a Puerto Rican friend. He's Puerto Rican. Okay, whatever. Dominican, Honduran, black, white. That's a black dude right there. No, I don't see color. Don't say that. That's not cool.
Nicaraguan friends.
Right. Oh, you said it. You said it, my boy. So biker culture has just allowed me to really find out who I am. I go places by myself a lot. I get on that bike and I just ride. I have 3 Harley Davidsons. I've got a 2008 Road King. I've got a 2014 Street Glide, and I got a brand new Harley Davidson Street Glide CVO Street Glide. I think that's how I'm supposed to say it. And my life has changed because now the access point has changed. Nobody asks what year and all this stuff. Just do you ride? So now you're a part of this culture that welcomes you as long as you're not a problem. So I've got friends who look like they're problems. I mean, some of the roughest looking white dudes you've ever seen in your life that would never let anything happen to me. You lay a hand on me around these guys and it's up. It's a problem. And I didn't understand that I had that access, right? I mean, the roughest looking dudes, man. I'm talking, these dudes look like they just got out. And some of them did. But we're so close because they know I'm about this life. You know what I mean? I love it the way they love it. I'm not a problem. We can talk politics because it's real.
Yeah.
Right? It's real. We can't keep denying that there's other countries that want us all annihilated. And Chris Rock said something. We don't want to go to war with China because everyone in America is racist and everyone in China is Chinese. We don't want to go to war with a country that's all in the same accord. We can't get along with Alabama, Ohio, and Tennessee's, shooting like the Hatfields and McCoys. So all the country has to do is just wait for us to fall apart, and then we're all going to lose America. So once we realize that, right, we got to start doing things for each other differently and stop allowing these political differences to separate us because we're not as strong as we think we are. We're not getting along with this group of people. We're not getting along with this neighborhood. We're not getting along with this city. There's red and there's blue. We're all getting screwed. Well, we really are. And that's what we really need to be talking about. Not right now, but eventually.
I tell you, and we talked about this too on previous episodes, and I know my boy Dirty Biker, Jason, aka White Hand, they all can attest to this. The biker culture is definitely a brotherhood. And I think some of the demographics of people that's attracted to that had that at some point in their life, and it was good to them, and they wanted it again. I use me as a perfect example. I was in the military. So we had that brotherhood and that camaraderie, everybody working together for a common goal, helping your fellow soldier out. The same thing applies, that I've actually, witnessed myself by being a motorcycle rider. Some of the guys I rode with, they knew I was very young to this. I only started riding maybe about 6 years ago. And they took me underneath their wing. They showed me the ropes. They helped me. My best friend, aka Jason, aka White Hand, was constantly teaching me lessons on how to ride, what to do, what not to do, even to the point he provided tough love to me. I was in bumper to bumper traffic on 74 by Bojangles Arena, and my hand, I'm old, so my hand on the clutch, my hand started to look like Fred Sanford. Oh, no. And I leaned over to him and said, yo, bro, can we just detour off and get on Monroe Road? He looked me dead in the eye and said, no, you suck this up.
Like this.
So I took my little claw hand and made it to our destination. So we do have another question here, Doug. How do you think technology, cell phones, meta glasses, and AI have and will influence our beliefs moving forward. Do you think that it will help tell truth or just enhance argumentative reality?
So
I'm sorry,
augmented
reality.
So
We know words are hard.
Yes. Yes.
I think
Sound it out, baby.
I think that with the introduction and reintroduction of this type of technology, it's a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
We keep pushing at it as well. If we don't do it, other countries are going to surpass us. If we don't do it, someone else is going to do it. If we don't do it, someone else is going to do it. And we're still pushing this narrative that we have to build more data centers than China, but there's more people in China, but we have more data centers. Because it's not about safety, it's about surveillance, right? Hell, before I bought these Meta glasses, I looked online and it said if you wear Meta glasses, you'll wear a wire. I was like, hey man,
wow.
Hey man, like if you wear these, you'll wear a wire. I'm like, damn. Right? But pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh, yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah.
So like they're never on. Like I bought them, and I'm justifying. I bought them when I ride my motorcycle, but my $800 helmet, they won't fit under there. So I can only wear the half shell, so it's defeating the purpose. So now I'm wearing my little $100 Warby Parkers when I'm riding, and I'm like, dude, what did I spend this money for? But no, I think that a lot of people are going to jail. A lot of people are going to lose their freedom and ultimately their lives behind all of this stuff. This AI is going to put some people in some places they've never been. Right, the way these towers are pinging, the way the deep state, you know what I mean? It's going to be rough, and the only people that are going to be able to get out of this are people of means. Like you have to have enough money because in America you get the justice that you can afford. No matter if you did it or not, can you afford to get up out of there? Because we know people that are guilty as, you know what I'm saying, as whatever, but they've got resources, they've got money. And there's something else that I remember, and I keep going back to social justice because this is the political education. It says that the average person, and I don't want to say average because there's no sweeping generalizations, they don't want like racism to end or sexism or homophobia to end. They just don't want to be the receiver of it. They don't mind it stopping, right? They just like want to switch it. Like there's some Hispanic folks who kind of want to be over the white people, right? Like they don't want it to go away. They just kind of like, can we switch roles just real quick, right? And I forgot his name. I think it was Chris Rock again. He said somebody asked somebody, you know, like this was back in the day, 30, 40 years ago, would they want to be Bill Cosby? And they said no. And it was like, and he's rich. He said that's how good it is to be white, right? It's not. Some people just want to switch places. They just want to be the oppressor other than the oppressed because I guess there's something that you get out of it. I don't know. I've never been there. I've been oppressed my whole life, you know, regardless where I've been at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
Hold up. You put them on? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I think that everything you're saying, I appreciate it, and it's very, very close to my heart. I do want to turn the table just a little bit, okay?
Absolutely.
So I moved here from the West Coast. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, my daughter's out there.
Which after the show, okay, for that one. So I moved here from California after about 30 years in California. Moved here, and my first goal was to find a cigar lounge, okay? Went to 105 Cigars where I met my friend Kevin, okay? I then I found a black cigar lounge called Aroma.
That's my spot. I'm on road.
Found another cat there named LaFaro. And so I invited some people to my house, which is about a block and a half from here in the same neighborhood, okay? So here we are. We're on my patio. We're watching a football game. It was me. I think Kevin was there. A guy named Reggie. A few of the guys on my patio, right? And so 3 black people, 2 white people on my patio. And so here's...
That was a cigar. I'm sorry. Okay.
So here's the story. And so we're having a good time on the patio.
Cigar. In the middle.
Yeah, so anyway, on the patio. And so after we were having a good time, we have a good time. So what happened was this. After everybody left, one of the guys on the patio stayed. And he said, hey, Bobby. He said, Bobby, why did you invite these white people over your house? And I said, I beg your pardon? I don't understand what you're talking about. And so I said, dude, I'm from the West Coast. We are all inclusive. I like my friends, and I pick my friends based on how they treat me, not by the color of their skin, okay? And so he told me, a guy from Charlotte said, I don't hang out with white people. And I said, you know, that's your problem. I said, I pick my friends by how they treat me. And so I'm very deliberate. I have 3 boys, 20-year-olds in college, 6-year-old twins, and I make sure that they include and they pick their friends based on how they treat them, not by the color of their skin. And so my friend group is as many white people, black people, a couple of Indian friends, Asian, Hispanic. Okay, and so I think that all those things that you're talking about are very, very true stories, but you also have to rise above that at times and make sure you teach your kids that you pick your friends based on how they treat you. So my friends, Will, all these guys run this Cigarage are my friends, black and white. My friends group, my wife, very diverse. My boy Todd, married to a black woman. And so when you start talking about, well, not married, but dating. So I think it's really important that it's not just about black and what we've all gone through. It's also about also being inclusive to who you hang around. And you want to make sure that you have an environment where everybody feels friendly and nice and accepted. So I'll say this Cigarage is exactly how I mirror my life.
Mm-hmm.
If you look around this Cigarage, you look around this and you see how diverse it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you this, the people I hang around think like you do, think like I do, Aaron, all of us, we all have the same principles in terms of equality, treating people the same way. And I think that what I'd like to do is look forward and make sure that we all accept your people for who they are. And some people have deficiencies in how they think.
Mhm.
But discussions and all the things you have with the people who are like-minded, then you get through all those hurdles, and people learn from those experiences by hanging out with different races of people.
The only part I have an issue with a person, the only part I have an issue with a person, and it isn't political, right? Is if you see me as less than a person,
It's respect.
black or white, but whatever, right? If you
Respect.
see me as less than a person, no. See, we have a problem, right? There's no, well, we agree to disagree. I'm gonna agree to fuck you up, right? Because you're going to treat me. No, we can't have that, right? So I don't seek to make friends with people who hate me. So like you said, like-minded. So if we get along, we are, hey man, I'll protect you to the death. Let's roll.
Yep.
But I don't go out of my way to kick it with folks, right? Just because I need to be diverse. Diversity can kiss my ass. If my safety isn't your primary concern and my respect, I don't care. I'm at a point in my life financially, socially, all these things where I don't need friends. I need allies. I need co-conspirators. I need folks that's gonna help me get down.
Oh yeah.
All that cool stuff, nah, man. If these folks run up here and start fighting, we gonna start swinging together. Or are you running?
Ride or die.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
it. That's it.
So we're on the same page. We're on the
Uh-huh.
same page. Somebody come in here and they pick a fight, we all better jump them. Then we on the same page. Then
Hold on.
No?
Hold on. Hold on. I got one thing to add to that.
And we too old to be fighting.
Yeah,
So we might got to do something else.
I got one thing to add to that. If somebody come here and start fighting and you see me walk out,
You're not wrong.
I'm not running.
No, you about to go get something.
You're
not wrong.
I'm going to the boot of my car.
You're not wrong.
I'm just going to the.
You just got to come back though. You got to come back.
I'll come back. But let's talk a little bit about. You have a book coming out. Actually,
I do.
It's coming out June 30th. And I don't know if we have that link. If anybody wanted to check it out and go out and purchase the book, but it's called Chrome.
So it's a Chrome book?
So
it is a Chrome book.
So
aha.
So what inspired you to do this book?
So my mother told me when I was younger that I had a book in me, right? I was supposed to have published a book a long time ago, but I didn't have the discipline. I didn't have the skills, the technical ability. I didn't have the patience. I didn't have the mind space. And the culmination of Black Behind Bars, of the exhibition, I'm like, you know what? I need something tangible. The exhibition is going to travel the world, but I need something has an ISBN, something official, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I said that there's only 3 tables.
Yes.
Well, the authorship table, the creative table is another table. I wanted to become an expert in my field. But it wasn't until like the best relationship of my life, right? To where to where it's like, hold on, wait a minute. We're going to help you do this thing that I know you have the ability to do, because I'd still be chasing my tail.
Yes.
You know, I didn't have the ability to bring it to fruition because I was all over the place. So now when you have a partner, you have someone that you know is on the same page with you, it starts to make sense.
Yes.
Right. So we start putting the pieces together. From concept to design, like I couldn't be any more excited, because keep in mind I got these things going on. So I was supposed to have had this done months ago, but guess who didn't have it done months ago? Me. I just got my medication like a couple of months ago. So I'm trying to figure out, why can't I put two and two together? It was too much stress. It was too much process that I just couldn't deal with. So now having that teammate enabled me to get to the finish line. Right. It was important to deal with American corporations. None of this was made overseas. It's expensive as hell publishing a book in America. It's very expensive and it takes a while. But if I'm all America, everything, and Americana, it's important that as much that I have access to be made in America.
Yes.
Hell, I'm wearing American made boots, American jeans. Harley Davidson is American. Right?
Yes.
So it made sense for this book, you know, to be made and published and printed in America. It could have been cheaper, right? But Chrome, because they was like, you know, what is the title going to be? I'm like, Chrome. Because they always say when you're riding a motorcycle, Chrome won't get you home. Right? You better have that thing built. It better be strong. It's okay to look good, but it's not going to get you home. So the first thing you think about, you know, when you think of a motorcycle is chrome,
So
right?
he doesn't have the engine light on his bike like I do, guys.
I mean,
Well,
hey,
they bust my charges as a joke that
your check engine light is on now?
No, it's not on now, but I had a little issue, and they bust my balls about it every chance they get.
We got to get that fixed. We got to get that fixed.
Oh, it's fixed. It's fixed. It was operator headspace for starters, but that's another story. No, I was running a little lean.
You got a carburetor?
No.
Oh.
But what happened was you know, I did the diagnostic. You know, when you get the error code,
Yes.
and the error code said that it was running a little rich,
Okay.
and what have you. So it was an easy fix, but they messed me up. But yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get back to the book.
Yes.
It's going to launch on June
30th.
30th over at
The Gantt Center.
the Gantt Center here in
Tryon
Charlotte,
Street.
North Carolina, and I think there is a after party.
Yes. it's after parties.
There
6 to 9 p.m.
6 to
Then
9
the after
p.m.
parties from 9 to 11.
Okay.
So the sponsors, right? When I'm telling you collaboration is everything, I had no idea. Not only that I had this much support, I had this much respect. Harley Davidson, yes, right? Indigo Coffee, LEDs and bags, you know.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it. Now I can't draw a blank now. Right? Don Lucci wines. We've got Brazen Chef, who's going to cater. We've got Bacardi as a sponsor. We've got hold on. You know what? I actually need to look at this because I'm like drawing a blank, and how disrespectful is that?
No worries.
Okay, we've got Foundation Moto.
Oh, nice.
We've got, y'all know them boys.
Yes.
We've got Wheelhouse Media.
Oh, okay.
Those are my guys. But it's just dope, man. That just to be able to have community partners that believe in what you're doing. When I first started this, I reached for the sky immediately. I said, if I can get Harley Davidson as a partner, as a sponsor, everything else is going to be easy. That was the first sponsor I got.
Wow.
Like literally Harley Davidson, like corporate, was like, you're good. So funny story about this jersey, right? This is like the official like racing jersey that they wear in the paddock, right? So I'm in Daytona, and my feature, no, I didn't get the Enthusiast magazine yet, but I was I'm on the website and everything for the racewear. Like you go on the website, you click, I'm all on there, right? So I'm telling one of the corporate guys, I don't know this guy, never seen him before in my life. I'm like, hey, I'm Elvin C. Jacobs Jr. I did this campaign, blah blah blah. I don't have that shirt. I just did the photographic campaign for this shirt in Daytona, but I don't have this shirt. He took it off and gave it to me.
Wow.
This was before they even start selling them. They didn't sell this style. So I'm at Atlanta Motor Speedway, right, at King of the Baggers, and I got this thing on. I have no credentials. Yeah, I did. Right. So I'm walking through there like George Jefferson. Nobody's saying a word. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, oh yeah, you're with Big Deal. I didn't even know what was on the shirt.
Wow.
I just thought Big Deal was a code word for the motor company. I'm like, yeah. And I'm just walking all through. I'm eating. I'm in VIP, no credentials. But you said something about confidence. I'm going to add audacity, right? I got what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
Hey, sir, you got, and I'm out of there. I've been kicked out of better places than this. So just having these community partners, man, that believe in me because they know that I'm going to show up, right? I'm going to do everything I need to do, everything that I agree to the best of my ability. So having those community partners, man, means a lot in the city. And shout out, to the Gantt Center, welcoming us back for the 1 year celebration, the anniversary, and for the release of Chrome the Book.
Wow, beautiful. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to kind of wrap this up. I think we're going to, I understand. I got you, brother. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and start winding this down a little bit, but we're going to take final questions.
I told you I could talk.
Yes. And you didn't lie. But it was good. It was good information. We're going to take some final questions, then we'll wrap this up. We'll make sure everybody that's listening and online knows your all your social media contacts if they want to follow this journey, which is amazing, by the way. So I'm going to start off with, I believe, Kevin, you have a question. Go ahead.
Yeah. Did I hear you correctly to say your book Chrome won't be available to purchase till June 30th?
Yes. I'll have it in my hand June 29th. That's how close I'm cutting it in America.
Okay. My question is, I don't know if you mentioned it already, but what is that? What's the topics of that book? What is that book about?
Yes, it is a coffee table book. So it's filled with roughly 100 photographs and ideas and captions and thought processes, quotes. So it's really a picture book, but it's a hardcover picture book with, the most high quality, greatest graphically designed images, no AI. It's all work.
Guys, we got the QR code on the screen too.
Appreciate that.
Y'all want to do a quick snapshot of that and grab it. You thank Will for creating that here for you.
So it's a coffee table book. It's essentially a picture book over my years of travel around America. You're going to see Sturgis. You're going to see Daytona. You're going to see Milwaukee. You're going to see Ohio. You're going to see Chicago. You're going to see Charlotte. Just everywhere I've been. LA. I forgot I was out in LA. Mm-hmm. Who's ridden in LA? It's insane. I love it, and I wish I could ride there every single day of my life. And by every single day, I mean once a year. But I love it.
Hey, there's a picture.
I would love to.
There's a picture of, I believe it was on.
I would love to.
I believe it was on page 37. There's a picture of handlebars and cigars.
You were in Daytona, right?
No, I didn't go to. I went to Myrtle.
No, somewhere.
I didn't go to Daytona, but guys, look. I know we ran a little over. Hopefully, you guys appreciate that. Yeah, we usually do an hour and 15 minutes, but we do have the after show too. So hang around for that. But how about giving it up again for AC Jacobs here, baby? Yeah. Just give it up. It was good. It was real good. Real good. I'm going to bring my co-host back here so we can do what we normally do and shut it down and get ready for the after show so I can get my drink on.
I have a Bro King, a Street Line, and a Street Line CEO.
That's too much.
We didn't ask you all that.
But once again, thank you again for taking time out of your day to come and join us here, Alvin. We appreciate that.
I know it's hard to get up out of that, bro.
I think he farted a couple of times, but that's.
I don't think we got that on audio.
Some of that thermo going on.
Listen,
but that was great, man. That was awesome.
I gotta give it up to Alvin. Alvin, seriously, this was great, bro.
Appreciate it. Yes.
100%.
So, wait a second. Wait. What? Oh, look at that.
Oh, look who just got gifted.
I got Cleopatra Jones on this mug. Yes, sir.
This mofo right here.
Preach. Oh.
Nah, it's all good. I don't ride, so we're good. He can always hand me a cigar, but we all right.
Hey. All right, so look,
or sign a book for me.
So
it's all good.
All right, so look, once again, my friends, we want to thank everybody who took time out of their Wednesday to come and join us, two schmoes in the doggone Cigarage, putting stuff together, sitting around, fellowshipping, just talking the talk and walking the walk. We do this every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tell a friend that we out here making noise. And with that being said, we want everybody out there to be happy, to be healthy, to be safe. But more importantly, we want you to be easy. Till next week, God bless. Have a fantastic week, and we see you soon.
Hold on. Wait. Before you end the stream, don't we have a clip of what we're gonna do next week?
Oh, do we? Oh, wait. Hold on. See? You should have hit.
I gotta keep everybody in check and shit, man.
You should have said something.
I said something.
We probably got people already.
I just said something. It's okay. Go down. Third one. No, that one. There you go. There we go. Next week's show.
Yes. We're smoking the
Declaration.
The Declaration 250
by
cigar.
Founders.
By Founders.
All right. Now, besides Founders, I want to give a quick shout out to Triumph Cigars. And I know you guys know this. UFC Fighters Cigars. It's ending at the end of this month for your big percentage off using Cigarage as the code. It's going to end at the end of the month. So get orders in before it disappears, because after that,
once it's gone, it's gone.
It's going to be gone. And all you're going to get is maybe 20% off.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to have them on at some point in July with another UFC fighter. Which fighter that is, I don't know yet.
But we'll keep you guys posted.
But we'll keep you posted. We will throw up some other photos. But any updates on Butcher's fight? That's August 7th.
Yes.
Okay. That'll be here.
Charlotte.
That'll be here in Charlotte.
Yes.
All right. So some of your affordable tickets is about $102.
Gotcha.
I'm going. I don't know who's going with me, but I'm going. Just saying. All right.
So look, we get ready to shut it down again.
Yep.
Y'all be good. Y'all stick around for the after show, and we out. Y'all be good. Have a good week, guys.
We'll see you next week.